Just as what we expected, the Warriors had a trade deadline without any moves. Ironically, the team lost to the Jazz without Rudy Gobert, and then yesterday against the Knicks, which is somewhat at the mid-tier level of teams in the Eastern Conference. And right now, I'm having a hard time understanding why the Warriors didn't even attempt to add some more size to their roster. However, as we talked about in the last video, there might be some sparks in the buyout market, which is approaching really soon. And today we got some more news about it. Yesterday, just before the trade deadline ends, the Toronto Raptors traded away Goran Dragic to the San Antonio Spurs. Now, this didn't have any meaning until I found this out. According to Mark Medina, who is an NBA writer, quote, "Might take some time for Goran Dragic to negotiate a buyout with the Spurs as expected. As Chris B. Hayes first reported, there is interest with the Mavs, Dragic intrigued with Nets, Warriors, Clippers, and Bulls too, but to be determined on how that plays out." Recently, there is a little bit of chaos going on at the Warriors' backcourt positions. Steph Curry is somewhat underperforming the past few games, and it looks like the bench is somewhat depreciating. In today's video, we'll be exploring the possibility of signing Goran Dragic and break down how that can benefit the Warriors. And with that being said, let's roll the intro.
Hi. I'm on my match in the dark. 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 I'm on my match in the
Yo, what's up guys, Jason's here back with another video. If it's your first time watching, I make Golden State Warriors content and break down their news and rumors from all angles. So if you want full-time Warriors coverage, don't forget to leave that subscribe and turn on the notification bell, and you will always be notified first when I upload a new video. Obviously, the potential acquisition of Dragic should not be the Warriors' top priority since there are more problems at the center position, but I think getting Dragic can definitely improve the team to some degree. Now, the Warriors currently don't have any empty roster spot, but that can be created easily. Out of all the backcourt players, I think it makes the most sense to cut Damian Lee. According to the amnesty clause, league will allow each team to cut one player currently under contract and have that player's salary, which the team still must pay, vanish from its team's salary cap number. So theoretically, from a financial and roster building perspective, this transaction can be done. Now, Dragic spent most of his career in Miami, averaging 16.2 points, 3.6 rebounds, and 5.2 assists per game, while shooting 36.5% behind the arc. So overall, he's a really well-balanced player. Throughout his career, Dragic has a 109.6 defensive rating, which is acceptable. But what also makes the signing super interesting is that Dragic has been in the league for 14 years, plus he has multiple deep playoff runs, so that will definitely play a role once playoff comes. Alright, now looking at the Warriors guard position, Steph Curry and Klay Thompson are no doubt the starter at the point guard and shooting guard position. Based on the way Jordan Poole has been playing, I think he fits better as a playmaker behind Klay Thompson. And if the team can acquire Goran Dragic, I will feel much better to let Dragic lead the second unit. Looking at the current rotation, Jordan Poole is mostly the core general when Steph is resting, and to be honest, the result isn't as good as what we all imagined. In addition to the bad shot selection, the lack of depth at the center position made everything even harder. And look, going off topic for a little bit, if you take a look at the roster of the Phoenix Suns, the team consists of 5 guys that can actually play center. I've been going over some of the comments recently, and I'm having a hard time understanding the reason for keeping Kevon Looney for the season instead of getting someone that's better just because he has some more chemistry with the team. In this past 3 games, I saw some of the worst rebounding protection ever. 51 rebounds given to the Knicks, 52 given to the Jazz without Rudy Gobert, and 50 given against the Thunders. Once the playoff comes, if the Warriors keep giving up these second chances, I don't know how far the team can roll in the playoff. Back to Dragic. At this point, I'm 100% confident that Dragic will get bought out and it's only a matter of time. But look, there is going to be a lot of competition going on. Theoretically, Dragic can return to the Miami Heat because signing with the Heat after getting bought out, after a trade would be considered as being moved the second time, so restrictions on teams requiring player after one trade automatically voids. Now, what somewhat concerns me right now is that, according to Woj regarding Dragic's buyout situation, he mentioned Dallas, Milwaukee, Chicago, and Clippers as potential Dragic free agent destination, but without the Warriors. But I guess we'll find that out in the next following days or weeks. To be honest, I wouldn't be bothered if the Warriors let some other team sign Dragic, but if Golden State does absolutely nothing to address the center position before the playoffs, there's going to be a lot of discussion going on. Alright guys, so this wraps up the video. Comment down below if you think it would be a good idea to acquire Dragic if he got bought out. And if you enjoyed the content, don't forget to leave a like, subscribe, and follow me on social media with all the link in the description down below. Once again, thank you guys so much for watching this video. Peace out, strength in numbers.